this really nicely slips into sleep, okay,
Oh man.
which is
Oof.
I think another whirlwind of situations when it comes to
Yeah.
parents. And for first time moms especially, I think we end up having very little say, right, when it comes to sleep, because you're their go-to person. And that whole idea of 7 to 8 hours of recommended sleep just goes out of the window. And in
F
fact, many
that.
people in your household, yeah, they don't even expect you to be sleeping. They're like, oh, you're a mom, you don't need to sleep. And I'm just like, what? Right? It becomes
I'm a
like
human
this whole
first.
situation. Yeah, so, and I'm going to be very honest here about this situation, because I want our listeners to realize that everyone's story is unique and different, and we do, again, what is easier or makes us happier parents. And I think that
Yeah.
that is what we want to emphasize, because as your kid will pick up what you transfer, right?
Oh yeah, I think that Yadu and I mean, ideally we would have liked to have sleep trained Shivaya, but we did none of it. We went the complete other way. Oh, we can't see our daughter cry, and this is inhuman, and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. And I think that when you breastfeed, the game changes because it's so much easier, right? You just pop your boob out, and the child goes to sleep, right? That's it. You literally have to do anything. You might have to keep doing it over and over again, but eventually the child just comes to your boob, and you don't even get up sometimes,
By the way, tell me
Yeah.
something, because I'm just preparing myself. Is like, when you do that, you then burp them every time as well.
You try, but they don't take so much at night, right? I mean, the first few weeks, yeah. First few weeks it's different because they are just on that cycle, right? I mean, there is no day
That's
and
so
night.
true, because
There's no day
actually
and
with
night.
formula, this is like a whole other conversation, right?
Yeah.
By the way, but like with formula, like they would take so much more than probably that they could take, that they would end up puking, and the burping was so important.
Yeah, yeah. So, it's, I think with, because I mean, I guess formula and bottles were not there before. So the child would just breastfeed, go back to sleep, and then that just be, a cycle. So I did that for about 14 months. And then after that, I said, peace out, and now my husband since then has been sleeping with Shivaya. I know how lucky I am, no doubt.
I did do my own version of sleep training. And I think that a lot of that was because I chose right from day one not to have any help. And we went across like that for a full year where it was just me and Varun. And that meant that I needed to definitely find ways to get a timeout, right? So sleeping had to be something that was, just he I just felt that he had to learn. And we did our own version. We did the soothing one of the 10 minutes, let him be. I feel like we actually did it probably a little too early, a little too late in life. We should have actually done it earlier on. And I feel like this time round, that is definitely what I'm going to be trying to do. But I have to say that I use things like the pacifier. I don't find, again, that Zai is addicted to the pacifier, because many people are like, oh, you'll never be able to get it out of his mouth, and I'm like, no, not at all. Actually, he's just, I think, for me, like, yeah, but for me, like, it just, I had the same kind of approach where I just thought that if I don't put too much focus on it, it's not going to be that important. And luckily, that kind of attitude has seemed to just work. He just wants it, to go to sleep at night. But when I go and check on him, like an hour and a half later, it's just hanging out of his mouth. He's not even having it.